In this video, I'm going to show you the improved clinch knot. This is one of the most important fishing knots you can ever know. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you the advantages and disadvantages of the improved clinch knot. But first, let's get started. First, what you would have is, obviously I'm not doing this with monofilament because it's too thin, but you couldn't see it. So here's your hook and here is the running end of your rope or line. What you do is you pass it through your hook, and you need a lot of line here. And then all you do is begin wrapping this around. And you want to do this depending on the weight of your monofilament or your fluorocarbon or even your braided line 7 to 10 times. So when you get this wrapped up, and we'll cut it off here because this is ultra thick line. There you go. So now all you do, you get those wraps going, is this little loop here, the hole here. You take the running end, you pass it through. So you pass it through here. There you go. And now it's the key and the hard part is to keep this whole thing stable because it'll turn into a mess. And then the loop that is created by you passing it through this loop, you'll pass it through again here. Okay, so you can see that structure, very, very simple. Spiral up, pass it through the loop that is in the eye, and then the improved clinch knot, pass it through again. Some people simply pass it upwards, but I prefer to add this extra twist. Arguably, it doesn't matter. Then, with fishing line, what you do is you get this wet in your mouth. You literally spit on it, and then you begin cinching the knot down. And as you cinch this knot down, it will begin tightening up and it will actually change structure. Now obviously you're not going to be able to see that in monofilament, but once you cinch this down and pull on it, this knot actually changes structure a little bit, and it will never arguably ever lose your fish. And there you go. So this improved clinch knot is a great option. Again, some people just pass it through here to capture it, and that is also an option. For this type of rope, it is more stable, but for other types of lines, you might want to add that extra twist in it, and you'll have to experiment with this. For this type of rope, it works just fine, but again, for other types of mono or fluoro, you might want to just pass it through like that, and it won't twist out as much. And there you have it. That is how to tie the improved clinch knot for fishing. The improved clinch knot for fishing is the most famous knot for fishing ever. The regular clinch knot where you just pass it through the bottom without the extra pass up on the main top loop is not as good. The improved with this extra loop helps reduce the chance of the rope or the monofilament unspiraling. So when you're using monofilament like this, it is a really, really good option. However, the pluses of this is once you get enough spins on there, you can get this tight 7 to 10 passes around. It won't lose your fish. It's really, really good. The disadvantage, and I talk about this in my book, The Most Crucial Knots to Know, on page 51 here, showing you the improved clinch knot, is that it is difficult to tie. When you are tying monofilament here, it tends to actually spiral out, and it's very irritating because monofilament has memory in it. So that makes the improved clinch knot a little bit of a challenge to tie. And as you can see here, I give the basic instructions of how to tie this, very clear and easy to understand in my book, The Most Crucial Knots to Know. So the big disadvantage of the improved clinch knot is it's just very irritating with fishing line that has memory in it. Memory meaning it remembers the twists and turns, and even though this says super, super limp, yeah, you don't want to be that limp. You want to be stiffer, but in fishing line, you want as limp as possible. So that's why people have gone to twisted braided line. That is the advantage and disadvantage. Biggest challenge, just trying to get those twists in there and get it through without spiraling into a mess, and then keeping these loops symmetric and not bound over each other. If you can achieve the symmetric look, the improved clinch knot will totally work. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please check out links in the description to my books: Antarctic Tears, Lost in Windy Corner Adventure, Expedition 1, How to Keep Your Feet Warm in the Cold, the Jackson Hole Hiking Guide, 50 Jackson Hole Photography Hotspots, the most crucial knots to know, which also, I just want to show you this here. I've alphabetized the knots in my book. I don't know what other people do, why they randomly non-alphabetize, but just a sales pitch, my book is very easy to use and the photographs are clear, so check that out. And also check out my 2024 Total Eclipse guys, as well as my show Antarctic Tears. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more info like this.